Hello there, wherever you are in the world. This is Lawton Chiles, and in this very short presentation, I'm going to show you how to slash ad costs and double and triple conversions at the same time. And so, who is this little mini presentation for? This case study is for people who are making your living solving a big problem for a specific group of people. Now, that could be service providers, lawyers, doctors. That could be info publishers, someone who is showing someone how to do something. So in the first part of this very short presentation, I'm going to show you the $1.42 trillion ad lie. I want to reveal to you the biggest lie consultants and service providers like yourself are believing about the marketplace. And the lie is that it's all about profits, that the profits are never ending, okay? Google uses this lie, so does Facebook, and so does any retargeting or remarketing companies you might use. And so take a $697 billion value and then take 400 more billion and add that together. And once you do that, you get the $1 trillion lie. And what that is this elusive and weird number is the market value of Google and Facebook combined. And why it's a lie is because Google and Facebook want you to believe that the more money you throw at them for your marketing, YouTube ads, Facebook ads, Google display ads, remarketing, Gmail advertising, the more money, the more traffic will equal more money, and that is totally not true. One of the reasons is because a lot of the money that you put into your advertising is not being effective because of the fact that you're going to need to slash ad costs, not just throw more traffic at your offer or at your service, because more traffic does not equal more money. We've all seen businesses who just go out and get more capital and get more investment and get more resources to play with, just like Tesla is doing right now. And they're borrowing so much money, or they're raising so much capital that they're expanding too fast and they don't have enough demand, right? So that's why we really want to slash advertising costs. How we do that is through the 8 method. Okay, it's a proprietary method. So all that we're doing here is I'm going to show you how this works. The first thing that we do is we analyze your marketing message. We analyze who it's going to. We analyze what the actual wording is. And then if we need to, we transform that. And that is essential to lowering your advertising costs, lowering the costs that it's going to take you to acquire a buyer. And the third thing that we do is we energize or enhance your message through split testing. So using the 8 method, which I'll explain to you in a second, we took my colleague and client John Tarr, and his registration page for his cryptocurrency webinar was converting at 24 out of 100. That's about 20. It was about 25.4%. You know, every 100 people, 25 people were registering, but that means 75 people were seeing this page and they were leaving, right? So what we wanted to do was we wanted to use the 8 method to get it to the final results, which is we took it from 24 people signing up to 68 people. That means 68%. That is a huge 43% increase, okay? And so that's all using this method, the 8 method: analyze, transform, and energize. In a minute, you're going to hear right from John. He's going to show you how what the numbers look like. But for right now, I'm going to show you exactly what we did, okay? So what we did was we analyzed his headline, looked at things like his actual copy on the page, the background graphic there, which I thought was way too distracting, and the supporting claims, any other supporting copy that he had. And using the 8 method, we transformed it into this, where the copy is radically different. It's much more curiosity focused. The weird background that was distracting and that you saw was all these coins floating in the air is taken away. And the copy, the supplemental copy down below, is much easier to find, read, and then act on. And so that was all in the ACT method. And this is how you slash advertising costs, because the more effective your message that your prospect is seeing, the less you're going to have to spend to get that person as a client or customer or get them as a lead. So here's John to talk about how this worked.
Here's before Lawton. I had a squeeze page. You can see that's the only significant squeeze page that I sent a lot of traffic to. I had a 25.67% opt-in rate before Lawton. That's my numbers. Okay, after Lawton, the webinar registration page went to 68.89% with your copy and registration page. All right, so there's the proof. So let's do some math, shall we? You gave me a 43.22% bump in the opt-in rate. Look, I mean, I'm a damn good marketer in my opinion, and my registration page was an absolute mess, right? So there's probably a really good chance that you're going to be able to help people. Is it going to be damn near 43%? I don't know, but this is a lot. So basically, you would have slashed my ad costs by almost half. So if I'm running paid ads, you would have slashed my ad costs by almost half. Or, right? So another way to look at it is that I'm going to get 43 more leads out of every 100 clicks. So I'm going to get 43 more leads. My average lead is worth $89. That means that for every 100 leads, I'm going to bring in an additional $3,827. Now, if I get 10,000 leads a month, that's an extra $384,658 a month.
I hope you're seeing the benefits of slashing the barrier to entry. Okay, so we're letting more people through the pipeline because we're making the messaging more effective, more leads, faster. So we took away the barrier to entry. So many people were coming to the page and hardly anyone was showing up, right? Because of the fact that all these barriers in the way, and we just took those away, okay? And you can see that once we turn the traffic on for cold leads, that this could be up to $300,000 per month in found money, meaning that before these changes, John could have just kept running this page and missed out on $300,000 plus per month in new revenue. I mean, it's crazy, okay? And so it's all using the 8 method, and you can use it too. Now let's do some math really quick. Let's say Bill spent $10,000 and made $20,000. Not bad, right? It's low for what you're doing, but it's not bad. But what if we could slash Bill's ad costs and get him more traffic for far less money? Well, this is what would happen. Instead of paying $10,000 for leads and traffic, he paid $6,000. Okay, so it's almost cutting his ad spend and his cost to acquire leads and sales in half, okay? So now Bill's profits went from just making 10 grand, he takes his winnings to 16 grand, okay? So you start to see how this little snowball becomes an avalanche, okay? And then let's talk about doubling conversions. I want to show you a really quick case study with my buddy Adam, and then we'll come back to the video, okay?
Hey, it's Adam Spiel here, and I wanted to share with you my experience working with Lawton over the past 7 days here, as I reached out to him about a week ago to hire him to help me with some copywriting on a lot of my campaigns. Now, I know that the guy's got a little bit of a funny name, but he gets results, and we were able to work on specific landing pages and the copy on those pages on some of the funnels that I have. And in particular, we worked on just one page, changing just the headline. And in doing that, getting those ideas from him and that copy from him, I was able to implement it 7 days ago exactly. It was last Thursday. And by doing that, I was able to increase the conversions on my landing page 170%. Now, that in and of itself is pretty cool because considering that I can get more leads for the same amount of advertising that I'm doing right now. But then the really cool thing is that because of those changes, we had a direct result in $25,000 of additional revenue that we were able to pick up just in the past 7 days. So I'm super excited to continue working with Lawton, and I definitely recommend that you get with him and talk with him, see how he can help you with your copy, with your copywriting on your pages, on your funnels, on your campaigns, and help you improve your business and help you get better results faster.
So you just saw from Adam's case study how we took his landing page to 170%, and then we actually made him an extra 25 grand in 7 days. So what if we did the same thing for this guy, Bill? Okay, now Bill is making 40 grand instead of 20 grand. Okay, he's making 40 grand instead of 20 grand, and if he spent $6,000 on ad spend, he's netting $34,000. So you see how slashing his ad cost and doubling his conversions has a huge compound effect on his take-home money. So we're using the 8 method. We're growing his profit 320% just by making a few simple changes, doubling his conversion and cutting his ad costs at the same time. A 10-second intro of who I am. My name is Lawton Chiles. Like I said, I spent years in the trenches writing high-converting sales messages for people like Frank Kern, Ryan Dice, Bond Halbert, Russell Brunson, Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, the guy who Leonardo DiCaprio played in that movie, and others. So I want to ask you a really quick question. Could you find your family in this stadium if you had no way to contact them? Could you do it? Think about it. You have no cell phone. You have no pager. You can't go to the loudspeaker. You have to physically look for them in the stadium. It would pretty much be impossible, right? It would take forever. I mean, you would be there for weeks looking for your family. And that's what a lot of people are doing with their trying to get higher conversions. They're throwing so many darts at the wall trying to figure out where the money is. So you have to really find where the leak is. So you just saw that John had to stop sabotaging the message. He had to stop sabotaging himself when it came to trying to find the profits, right? And just like this baseball field, trying to find your family or loved ones in here would be impossible if you don't know which tactics to take. Like if you didn't think, oh, I need to go to the loudspeaker, or if you didn't think I need to borrow a cell phone, right? You would spend weeks, months, maybe even years searching for your family, okay? And I know that's kind of an extreme example, but that's what people are doing. That's why people aren't having success, okay? Only, according to State of Inbound, % are challenged to provide an ROI on their marketing efforts. That means the lion's share of the profits is going out the window, okay? So leaking profits, boatloads of money out there, but the message is not resonating, right? You're running ads, you're running Facebook ads, you're running Google AdWords, you're running Instagram, you're doing emails, but you're hitting a blank wall when it comes to seeing other people take home the lion's share of the money. And I have a sad confession for you. This is only going to get harder and harder. The window of opportunity for your ads to be very effective is shrinking because these ad platforms are running out of room. So many people are trying to get in on them that the platform or the window of opportunity is shrinking and will soon close for a lot of these businesses, because what's happening is people are just, the user, this is this guy in the woods right here, right? The user is trying to find something of substance with all of these ads. And because he's getting hit from so many sides with all these different ads, the effectiveness of the ads is going down. The marketplace is becoming more crowded, and you can't see clearly to what's working and what's not working. I want to take you from a guy who's asking a tree for advice to someone who can see clearly and confidently where your profits are coming from, right? So that's why I work with people like John, and I'm going to show you a couple more case studies right now. But you need big breakthrough. You need big dollar breakthroughs, okay? And dollar breakthroughs come from securing new messaging.
It's Jason Hornung here. So, one of the things that I hear from people all the time when it comes to their marketing funnels and their ads and stuff like that is they say things like, I don't know how to write copy, or I don't feel like I can write good enough copy. And chances are probably that that's actually true. So if you're struggling in that area, you really need a professional. And what I would suggest is that you look at somebody like Lawton Chiles. He understands direct response. He understands human psychology. He understands copywriting, and he understands funnels. He builds all his own stuff. He runs all his own ads. He does all this stuff for himself, and he gets really good results for his clients. I've personally used him before. I have a funnel that still sells my product, that has an upsell. The initial product is $17, and there's a $37 upsell. He wrote the upsell sales page for me. I still use it to this day, and it converts at 25% plus. It's amazing.
These are people spending money day in and day out to have their messages resonate, okay? And what they're looking for is they're looking for something to break through all the clutter so they can see clearly to what they need to tweak and test so they can turn $1 in paid advertising into 2, 10, 100, 1,000, 100,000, okay? But again, if your ads are on life support, if what you're doing is not working, if what you're doing is you're seeing some success, but you're seeing so many people go into these ad platforms that the ads aren't resonating, it's becoming harder and harder and much more expensive to get the same amount of leads, to get the same amount of conversions, that your margins are shrinking. Well, basically, Facebook says it's running out of places in the news feed to show people ads, according to Recode, and that is not good news. That means your ads and messages need to be as effective as possible, or you're going to get lost in a sea of Me Too type stuff. And the time limit on this is pretty urgent, because as these companies that people rely on to get their paid messages out become more and more crowded and more competitive, that means your message needs to be on point or no one will take action, okay? You'll get lost in a sea of Me Too junk messages, just like your mailbox at home.
Hey, I just wanted to take a quick moment to tell you a little bit about why I always consult with Lawton Chiles. I always say that great copywriting comes from great conversations, and some of the best copywriting I've ever done has actually come from conversations I've held with Lawton. So I always like to not only read him my copy and get ideas and see how it can be improved, but I also have conversations with him about different marketing products and strategies, and he always adds something to the mix that I always end up using that boosts sales. So I do highly recommend Lawton Chiles.
His name is Lawton Chiles. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia. The lovely and talented. I say that so sincerely. He's just a beautiful man. So ladies in the audience, if you could eliminate any inappropriate cat calls, I would appreciate it, because he doesn't like to be objectified. All right, dude, so I've got your template up, and the members can see this sucker. Tell me the story of this. Tell me what's going on. What's so cool about this dang thing, and how can our homies deploy it and get money? So you're telling me this, like a single email sent once has done 30K on multiple occasions. Results not typical. No one should give us any money ever.
So the guy who used it first was selling baseball bats.
Baseball bats. Thank you so much, sir. And you're teaching us some copy stuff. In a couple of weeks, I believe. We've got you as a featured guest on Facebook Live in our members only group.
That's the rumor.
That is the rumor.
Lawton is as advertised, as he is by far the best in my experience in terms of copywriting. He helped me, literally his first idea for a better hook for an ad and some webinar registration pages was better than like anything I've ever come up with. And it converted really well. My investment with Lawton paid itself off really fast. And so my conversion rates went up 30 to 50%. And it was literally from just a couple tweaks that Lawton gave me. So I just want to say thank you, Lawton. And if you're watching this and you're looking for some help with just some copywriting or some email copywriting or anything related to any copywriting, I tell you what, you got to give Lawton a chance, because he's awesome. Thanks, Lawton.
Hey, Todd Brown here from marketingfunnelautomation.com, and I very quickly want to tell you about my good buddy Lawton Chiles. Now, when it comes to learning copywriting, when it comes to a source to have your copy written for you, there are very few people in this world that I would recommend, that I would feel good recommending. Well, at the tippy top of that list is Lawton Chiles. He's the guy that I flew in to teach my private clients at our live event in West Palm Beach. He's the guy that I hired to teach and train my Mentor to a Million clients. And he's the guy that when I'm asked by clients who they should go to pay to have their copy written, Lawton is the one that I recommend. So if you're looking to learn from a pro, somebody who really gets it, somebody who gets the art, gets the skill, who understands how to move prospects to buy, I don't think there's anybody better that I would recommend than Lawton Chiles. And so he gets my highest endorsement, and he's a guy that I will continue to routinely recommend my clients go to when it comes to having phenomenal copy written. And so whatever you're thinking of doing with Lawton, learning from him or hiring him, he gets my highest endorsement.
So with your permission, I'd like to help you for free. I want to help you consistently boost response and slash ad costs at the same time, just like you've seen me do for person after person in this video. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to skyrocket the take-home money, but the only criteria that I have is you need to be spending at least $5,000 a month on paid media. Now, for some people that might seem like a lot, but if you're the right person, that's a drop in the bucket. I know you're probably spending $50, $60, $70, even $100,000 a month or more on advertising, and you're probably not seeing the ROI that you need to. Now, the other qualification is, so you need to be spending at least $5,000 a month, and you need to have a list you are actively communicating to. Okay, a list of prospects, a list of buyers. And if you meet those two criteria, then I think I can help you. And I'd like to help you for free. I'm going to do this one time totally for free. I'm going to create a brand new marketing message for you, just like I did for John, just like I did for Jason, just like I did for Charles, just like I did for Adam and all these other people on this video. And we're going to see what we can do to increase your conversions, okay? So nothing's guaranteed on this one, right? It's just for free. And but I mean, look at all of the results on here. I'm pretty sure that when we put our heads together, we can come up with something very effective. So, and I'm willing to do all of this for free and do it one page at a time. And here's why I'm willing to do it for free, is because a lot of the people that I do this for free one time, they see so much more money coming in, just like John, just like Jason, and all these other guys, that they're willing to work with me on a retainer basis to do it for them month after month after month. So which would you rather have, okay? Would you rather have a 23% conversion, or would you rather have a 68% conversion? Would you rather be this guy in the woods asking a tree for help, or would you rather be able to see clearly, confidently, and be able to afford these very expensive designer sunglasses? Okay, so if you want to work together and have me do this once for free for you, all you need to do right now is go to lawtonchiles.com/apply. So you can see the link on here. You can type it into your browser. You can click the button down below, or go to lawtonchiles.com/apply. Now, here's the deal. This is limited. I only take on about 2 to 3 new clients a month, just because of the fact that this takes work. I have to physically get in there and create the messages for your business. Okay, so it's not just like there's no outsourcing team in another country. There's no special software that this is going through. And so if you want a spot, so again, to get on my calendar, go to lawtonchiles.com/apply right now. Do it right now before life gets in the way and you forget. I can't wait to talk to you. I can't wait to help you. And I can't wait to have your name in this next series of videos. I'll talk to you soon. Again, go to lawtonchiles.com/apply right now.
I'm just after finishing a coaching session with Lawton. I thought it was absolutely awesome. I run a site called RazorSocial.com. I provide a lot of social media training. It's one of the top social media sites in the world. So I only want to work with the best people, and that's why I reach out to Lawton. I mean, the money I spent with Lawton is an investment, because I know from the tips I got, it'll definitely improve conversion, and I'll get an awful lot more money back than I paid to Lawton. So I'll definitely be using Lawton, and I'll be coming back to him on a regular basis. It was great as well, getting a video of the whole conversation at the end, and it was just super valuable. I couldn't be happier. Thank you, Lawton.
I'm Rand from Get 10,000 Fans, and in case you haven't seen, we actually just pulled off a pretty big launch of a new product called the Fan Page Funnel. And what nobody knows is Lawton Chiles actually helped me refine that message and kind of tweak the copy so that it converted like absolute crazy. So if you guys are thinking about using Lawton or using him for consulting or getting his advice on your copy or your messaging, instead of paying him $5 or $10K to write you a sales letter, take him up on his offer for consulting. You get to work with him hand in hand. He'll actually help you really boost your conversion rate and get your copy really nailed down. So just a quick shout out to Lawton. Thanks, man, for helping me out, and I hope you guys can use him too.
Hi, my name is James Wedmore with JamesWedmore.com, and I focus on teaching YouTube and video to small business owners and basically anybody who knows they need to be using video but they're too afraid to do it. For me, it's taken someone else to help me get inside the head of my customer, and that person is Lawton. Lawton Chiles has not only become a good friend of mine, but he has tremendously helped me with the little things to the big things when it comes to copy. Things like headlines, things like how to start out your email, because he's made such a tremendous impact on my business so that I can keep focusing on serving my audience while he communicates to them properly. So,
am I better than you, James?
No.
What?
Hey, it's Adam Spiel here, and I wanted to share with you my experience working with Lawton. And in particular, we worked on just one page, changing just the headline. I was able to increase the conversions on my landing page 170%. Now, that in and of itself is pretty cool. Changes, we had a direct result in $25,000 of additional revenue that we were able to pick up just in the past 7 days. So,
Lawton, just gotta say thanks, dude. When it comes to writing copy, there's very few people that I would actually trust to hire this out to, and you are definitely one of them. There's so many times I've reached out to you and you just, even with copy that I'm not 100% sold on, all stuff that I write, I send to you, and in like 3 minutes you send it back, and it's freaking brilliant. So I can't say enough good things about your copywriting. I really appreciate you, and if anybody's listening to this because they're considering hiring Lawton, just do it already. There's a reason why every top marketer and friend that I have in the industry hires Lawton. So Lawton, I appreciate you, and if you think about hiring Lawton, don't waste any more time. Just do it. He's that good.
Hey, this is Charles Kirkland. I'm the founder of the Media Buyer Association, and the person that stood out above everybody else was Lawton Chiles. Talked to him, he had a grasp on what we're doing, he knew what we wanted, he was very thorough in asking questions. Copy stomped the ever-living snot out of ours. I mean, it just trounced what we had. I just cannot stress to you, if you need copy written, give Lawton Chiles. Get him on the phone, get him on email, get him on Skype, get him on text message, get him. This guy is a copywriting genius. I can't recommend him enough.
For you to do. Go to lawtonchiles.com/apply right now and secure a spot on my calendar. I can't wait to talk to you. I can't wait to see how we're going to increase your profits together on this blueprinting session and this strategy call. Now, what will happen is very simple. You'll go to lawtonchiles.com/apply. You can either type that into your browser right now in a new window, or you can click the little orange button that says, book a call or get instant access on this page, and that button will take you to the calendar, okay? Then you pick a time, a date and time in your time zone, and then you'll answer a few simple questions. I'll get all of the information on my end and get back to you within 24 hours just to confirm everything and all that jazz. So again, all you need to do right now is go to lawtonchiles.com/apply, because at this point you really have two choices. Okay, number one is you can continue to struggle, continue to sort of do things on your own, and continue to sort of figure it out by yourself. You have that option, because all that really requires is time. Okay, the next option that you have is that you can allow me to do a lot of this heavy lifting for you, to find hidden conversions, to find new headlines, to find new email subject angles, to find new stories in your business and in your personal life, which can help you make not only a lot more profits and a lot more revenue, but allow you to take a lot of that stress away as well. So right now, go to lawtonchiles.com/apply and pick a time on my calendar, or you can click the orange button on this page and that'll do the same thing. So again, this is Lawton Chiles. Thanks so much for spending time with me today, and we'll talk very, very soon. Take care.